Howdy, officer.
GTA jump right off that thing.
Straight up.
Oh, alrighty. Just wrapped up at the gym here. It's like at least 90 degrees out. Just saw a chooch fly by on the main road doing some landscaping. Got the boys in blue over here pulling out. Gonna go see if Chooch is back there at Quinn.
Howdy, officer.
How you doing?
I like those guys. Hey, Chucha. Where you at, Chucha? Thought I saw you drive by. How's it going?
What are you up to?
See you later, Chucha. I adjusted my camera angle because every time I seem to set this angle like too low and the camera's just looking right at the bars. Hopefully I got the angle right, but now I can't close my visor fully. Don't know if that's gonna cause some wind noise or not, but we're just gonna hope for the best today.
Just gonna sand it.
Didn't really rev her out too far, gonna let her warm up a little bit more. But right off the bat, I'm actually quite impressed with the Michelin AC10s for how knobby they are and for how little surface area is actually touching the pavement, because you have to realize it's only those little squares that's actually making contact with the pavement. I was able to rip out of that street pretty quickly on really hot pavement. It's like probably 90, 100 degrees today, but yeah. I'm pretty impressed on the road so far. The biggest difference I will note is, of course, we're coming from 50/50 Bridgestone, very basic out-of-the-box tires, and on top of that, we're coming from worn down 50/50 Bridgestones, so they were pretty flat. They had a little bit of curvature, but not much, so it was really easy to balance, even with two people. Like, it was stupid easy to balance this bike, because if you think about it, it's like a car tire. If it's flat, it's not going to want to go over on its side. But motorcycle and dirt bike tires are curved, and only that inner little strip of lugs is actually making contact with the ground. So what that causes us to do is it makes the bike want to lean over. I'm not saying it's hard to balance, because it's not. I can balance no problem, but it is definitely noticeable. It doesn't want to stand upright as much, but pretty good. A little bit more wobbly in the front end, not quite as stable, but that's only really at speed. Do a little brake test here while we're behind this slowpoke Yaris. Ready? 40 to 0. Oh, nice. We freaking stalled it. I'm an idiot. I didn't pull the clutch in, but that was probably like 50 feet. So braking's pretty good, handling is pretty decent, especially considering this is an 80/20 tire, meaning 80% off-road use, 20% on-road use. Man, this feels good out here. Some ocean air, even though it's low tide, so it kind of smells like booty, but
Man, it smells like ass down here.
got some nice ocean air coming in. So that kind of wraps up our road testing. I'm gonna pull into Richdale's here, and I'll catch you guys when we're pulling into the trail for our off-road test. GTA jump right off that thing.
Straight up. Trying to catch me. You can't stop me, police.
One day. All right, folks, we have arrived. Oh yeah, right off the bat. Right off the bat, these things are way better. Holy, they just eat, even in the mud. Ready? Oh my god. Kinda wanna ditch my backpack somewhere. Oh my. Also keep in mind we are back on the wood gearing, which is a 13 tooth up front, 49 tooth in the rear, allowing me to idle at like 3 miles an hour, which is pretty sick. Where can I ditch my bag? Where can I ditch my bag? I guess my bag's just gonna have to eat it. I don't know. Could hide it back there. Then I'm gonna be freaking out the whole time whether or not someone's taking it. Baby. Holy cow. I have to be the only person in Massachusetts flying through the woods with a street bike helmet on right now. Damn, this thing's chug. Woo! Holy. By the way, running my tires at about 18 psi front and rear. Seems to be a good balance for the road and for the woods. Should really have put my skid plate on before doing this mission, but we're just gonna send it. Millen and I almost sent it through this mud pit last time, but he got like big time stuck. So, yep, we're gonna send it. We made it. Oh, we made it through part 1. Just gotta ride the center here and we should make it through. Oh yeah. Just chugged right through it. Apparently there was like a police chase down this trail a week ago. Some kid was running from the cops on a dirt bike. I'm not running. And I am legal. So, oh boy, I hate this crossing. Oh, sent it. Just sent it. Oh boy. Let's see how big the crossing is today. And do I send it? What do you guys think? Should I just send this thing? Or should we go around? Ah, baby. Yeah, we're just gonna send it. Here we go. Holy cow. That was insane. That was insane. I thought we were screwed there. Took some water in on this boot, but let's try to find a water line here. That was nuts. The water was up to here. Holy cow. We almost just went up to the airbox. That was crazy. These tires are dope though. baby. You got another crossing. You can either send directly through or go around. I think this is the first time I'm gonna go around. Watch out, frogs. Alright, we made it. Hill climb. Oh, yeah. Love this spot. We'll post up here for a photo. Oh, man. It's a hot day for a ride, but this is fun. Holy. Is that gonna tip over? Hopefully not. Let's find that sexy angle. Alright, we got our photos and videos. I'm drenched in sweat. GoPro's at 20% battery, but we're gonna keep on pushing down the trail after I turn my bike around and not go down this cliff. Honestly, really confidence inspiring tire. I don't feel like I'm gonna slip out or anything. Don't really know how I was riding around on those 50/50s for so long. It just flies up that hill. Got a nice big hill climb here, so we'll see how she does. And I think we're just gonna send it through this crossing, even though I don't know where the rocks are. Eee. Ooh. Alright, it did a little bit worse than I'm used to on that hill climb. But again, less surface area, so what do you really expect? Oh, that was dumb. Just landed right on that rock. Alright, we got another mud pit to go through. Woo. Oh, damn. We made it. Once I get started on this trail, I just can't turn around because it's so much fun to keep pushing on. Oh, more mud. Where are we sending? Guess we'll just go through here. Oh, oh my god. Absolute beast. And this is just about the end of the trail, but if we keep going, we can do a speed run in the woods. So let's just do that. This is definitely one of the more sketchy descents that I have to do. Super vertical and all loose from the rain. Luckily they moved this log down at the bottom, so easier to get through. And they bridged the gap up this little river here, which is nice. Just send her right over. I'd love to go swimming right now if I had a towel. feeling pretty good at speed. Might want to lower my tire pressure ever so slightly, but this always gets me. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of likes to like buck over to the side. I don't know if that's just me hitting things, but definitely gonna hold on tight. Speed run time. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. More mud. Oh. And we got one more mud crossing right here. Up the boulders. Surprised we haven't seen anyone. I'm thankful we haven't yet. Gosh, some much needed throttle therapy. This mud crossing is really fun in the Jeeps, but I'm not trying to get this thing in there right now. Oh man. Alright, I'm gonna take a little break. We're almost out of the trail. You guys have seen just about the rest of it that way. So I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here. These have been my first impressions on the Michelin AC10 tires. I'm really impressed so far. Just check out how they're doing. I mean, they don't really show much wear at all, aside from the little nubs coming off. But yeah, I'm impressed. They did pretty decent on the street. Of course, I'm not going to be throwing it through the corners like a supermoto, but I feel pretty good about it on the street, and I feel a lot better in the woods. I'm not like slipping out in the rear end anymore. It really shoots you forward. May want to consider lowering my tire pressure just a little bit to maybe 15, 16 instead of 18. I feel like that's a little bit much for off-road, but overall, really happy. Thank you again to JP down at Asbury Street Car Care for getting these things mounted up for me. Let me know down in the comments what other videos you guys like to see. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on JD Cars.